Meanwhile, in Ukraine, apparent Russian war crimes are coming to light. A mass grave in the city of Izyum included the bodies of 2 children among the nearly 150 uncovered. That's according to Ukrainian officials. And this comes as U.S. officials say that Ukraine has shot down over 50 Russian warplanes since the onset of the war. So for more on this, we want to bring in Asami Terajima. She's a staff writer at the Kyiv Independent, and she has lived in Ukraine for over a decade. Thank you so much for joining us. This is really, really disturbing stuff that we are hearing every time Ukrainian troops manage to get into a city or town that had been under Russian control. What have we learned? What's your reporting telling us about how the people in Izyum, and I hope I'm saying it properly, were treated while they were under Russian occupation?
Many of them, more than half of the population in now liberated city of Izyum, have fled Russian occupation, but about 115,000 people have remained. And right now, the mayor said yesterday that people are gradually coming back, but of course, there's the problem with electricity, which is supposedly going to be back on in 2 weeks, but it will be difficult to repair the utilities because most of the buildings have been severely damaged. And as we know, we see the photos coming from the mass burial site in Izyum, and it's really horrifying what we're seeing. The governor said yesterday that some of the bodies had signs of torture with their hands tied behind their back, and some others had shrapnel and stab wounds.
Give us a sense of what Izyum was like before all of this. Where is it located? Who are the people that resided in this town? Give us a sense of how things were before.
Izyum is it's not a big city, but it's a very strategically located city. So Russian forces have been used. So over the course of the 6 months, Russian forces have been using Izyum as a place to run to launch attacks on the Donbass, which remains the Kremlin's key target.
I want to ask you about something else before we have to let you go. Ukrainian troops say that they have shot down 55 Russian warplanes since the onset of the war. How has that played into how the war has progressed, particularly lately, as we are seeing, Russian troops retreating from some areas and Ukrainian troops liberating them?
Ukraine's forces are doing, we see the progress that Ukraine's forces have been making. I think, and this is also, a lot of it is due to, the Western military equipment deliveries that we're receiving, because we are, with these longer range, the longer range weapons were able to fire Russian targets behind the front line, and also like in the airplanes that we've been destroying. But it's still very difficult with Russia occupying about 20% of the country.
All right. Asami Terajima, thank you very much.
Thank you.